Hey everyone, TimaeuSS here. Welcome to another Artery Gear video. So this is a quick look at some of the free-to-play or early teams for Raid against the Fire type boss. It's still a bit early in my opinion because right now it's 1 out of 5, so that means we have 4 more days to play around with the team comms and test things out. But I understand that some people want to try and get a high score already, so I'm going to showcase some teams. And one thing to note is that I'll also have a top 5 tips video on my channel, so you should check that out if you didn't. Anyhow, looking at some of the teams, I'm going to cater towards the free-to-play or players that maybe don't have 2 teams geared. I'm going to show you some of the variations and also I guess the mid-range kind of small spender teams as well. So let's take a look at the, I would say, the team that everyone would have. Of course, you got your Alice, you got your Morris, and then let's do Morris position 1. Morris, Alice, and then who's next? Chihaya's the defense breaker, and we will have our main damage dealer as Ginga. Where's Ginga? Yeah. So this is what you have in terms of kind of the bases. If you're a free-to-play player, you didn't get collab, or you just started out and you kind of followed everything in terms of advice, this is what you technically would have, right? And you only have the gear to maybe build one team. So Morris is on, should be, because I don't have that set anymore, but Morris can be on the free 4-star HP set and +6 the first 4 slots, and then the rest to just try to get as much HP as you can with some speed. And Alice can be on the free 4-star defense set with whatever you have left. And then Chihaya, I put Chihaya on the free lifesteal set. So one thing about the Chihaya lifesteal set, her stat is not bad, right? With this, it's completely not bad, except speed. So what you want to do is, if you can, swap this lifesteal speed with a speed boot. It can be any speed. I think I got a lifesteal speed boot somewhere. Yeah, just slap that on, and yeah, Chihaya will be at 149. Ideally, not this speed though. You want Chihaya to be like 200 something. But if this video is going to be a bit more about the free-to-play players, then it's going to be like that. And then for Ginga, now you can slap on the free attack set. My free attack set is a bit different because it's cast in and replace one of the items, but the free attack set will work fine. She'll actually have higher effect accuracy. So this is essentially one team. Because you can only do 3 teams, make sure that the rest of the team, because you cannot gear them, at least make sure they satisfy the requirement here. So you're missing a balance here, so you just add 1 balance. Go to second team, add a balance, and your points go up. You're missing a tank, add a blue tank. Okay, so now we're at 70 multiplier, and then let's try to add 1 more tank, and then add 1 more balance. Okay, and 1 more tactics, and then 1 more healer. Right, so this is what you want to reach, at least 148%, right? And then fill the rest with blue units that you have to get even more. So this is kind of your initial one team. Your Morris, your Alice. If you don't have Alice, you can replace this with another support like Quinn or something. And then your Chihaya. If you don't have Chihaya, you missed event. Use a defense breaker. Any defense breaker works. Chihaya is most ideal. And then Ginga, obviously, here. If you don't have Ginga, you can use Lila as well. So we can just go into battle. And again, Ginga's on free attack set. Chihaya is on the free lifesteal step, but with speed boots from the Rise event. And then you can use whatever free set you have. So initial push is from Alice into the Chihaya defense down. So hopefully we land that. And into extension. And in the first instance, you can have Morris to push Alice. And then don't use S3. Oh, I mean use S3. Sorry, this boss is not immune to S3, so do use S3. And then we'll go into the Ginga. Hopefully apply some debuffs. Yes. So one issue about using Ginga in the first team is that Ginga will be applying a lot of debuffs, and the debuffs it can get cleansed, right? So let me try to find where is the cleanse passive. It should be here, right? Yeah, here. It removes some of the cleanse when you stack too many debuffs. I can't highlight it, and it just doesn't, it goes away. So anyhow, so we keep going, and because there's no defense down, we have to push Chihaya again into the defense break. And you get the gist. Basically, you want to extend the debuffs. You want to make sure everyone's topped off in Morris, and only the initial Morris S2 you can use on Alice. And if your gear is not that great, you always use S3 and S2 on Morris herself. Yeah, and you can see why Chihaya is not the fantastic unit here because of the lightning debuff. You're going to unfortunately not have the defense down a lot of the time. So Lila might be a bit better here. Okay, so let's leave battle. And again, you can leave battle to retry things, and you can also retry things, and it's not going to consume an attempt. So you can infinitely reset. So let's say if you don't have Ginga and you decided to do Lila instead. And of course, I'll show you the step up to this team, which I think someone already did run. So very, very good. So again, we'll push Chihaya. So any defense down works here too. And then we'll go into the defense break, into the extension, into the push on Alice. So we get a faster S2. Into the speed down. So sometimes if you don't get the speed down, you can actually just retry there, right? You want the speed drop. And do this. Into Lila. Very nice. Okay, and again, we can go again. So I'd be tempted to push Lila just because Lila's damage up was great, but her cooldown's really long, right? Do we need to? Yeah, we should. Yeah, this is kind of another free team that you can use. Most of you probably save for Lila, so it's going to be fantastic for you guys. So a bit of over damage, and again, you can put Lila on the free attack set as well. And let's extend. Wow, we missed the extension. So you get the gist of things. I'm not going to show you everything playing out because it's not going to be my full team. But it's going to be securing you. Let's see. That team will at least secure you around more than 80,000 for sure. So you'll be looking at the tier 2 bag, which will get you the 6-star gear and everything. Because right now, I think you either get above 80,000 at least, right, to access the tier 6, or you get above 240,000. So 240,000, in my opinion, is not the easiest right now. You can see that some players have already tried, and it's not going to be that easy until I think the 4th or 5th day. So in my opinion, following the team I put, you're at least secure. Around the 6 goodie bag region, which is fantastic for beginners, even with just one team. So make sure you do that, and I think that would be a very good reward to aim for initially if you're free-to-play players. And looking at some of the teams for, I guess, small spenders, whales, that will come later. I might do a separate video, but if I remember correctly, and I think someone already ran it, so I already saw it. So the tier 1 for small spenders, team 1 for small spenders is going to look at it like this. And I used this team a lot back in CN. So it's going to be this. Your Alice Morris still the same, but instead of Chihaya and whatever DPS, it's Verbana and Korax. these two units are insanely good at raid. Verbana has a pushback, so if you build her with speed and damage, she's going to do a lot. Sorry, Korax has pushback and a lot of damage and stealth, right? So survivability included, and then Verbana is the debuffer here with defense down and actually a lot of damage, more so than Chihaya. So very, very fantastic. And then your team 2 is going to be the Carolyn plus Lila. So the cooldown reduction from those two is going to be fantastic, working synergy with each other. And Carolyn gets a lot more turns, so the crit will push Lila a bit more. And then your defense breaker is Chihaya. And then in terms of survivability in this stage, you can put Cream or another healer like Hirin if you don't have Cream, but Cream would be best in slot here. So where's my Cream? I just pulled her. She's somewhere. Yeah, perfect. So that's your second team. And then for your third team, so we're stepping into kind of the big geared players category, right? Not everyone's gonna have that, and I'm still trying to work out what the third team best is. I have to kind of refer. I remember Surreal is fantastic, but the burn team isn't really online yet, I feel. So you might have to resort to some fire units as well. So in that case, you know, we bring out the good old Rosemary, one of the best fire units. So we can do like Rosemary. Where's my healer for the day? Hirin. Where's Rosemary? Let's see, Rosemary. And I did forget if Rosemary had a defense now. If not, then we probably have to put a defense down like Goyo. So this is definitely in the works. I need to look at some of the past stuff. But this would be kind of your 3 teams. First 2 is pretty much locked down. That's what you have. And then you're not going to run this team, your third team, just yet, because initially you need to meet the multiplier first before you can run a 3-gear team. So anyhow, that is a quick guide on the free-to-play teams and then kind of the step up to that. I'll have more videos on it, of course. And again, check out that 5 top tips for the raid. It's very important that you know about these 5 things. And I'll see you guys in the next video.